How's John Michael Schmidt? How much of a concern is that for you?
I would say I don't know how anybody is, so other than he had an ankle and get an MRI and look at it tomorrow like we do normally. We'll find out more later in the day tomorrow. So there's a long list of people that got injured or had some type of injury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a lot of people.
With Evan, is it the same
ankle?
But the same one?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the injuries, Dan, I don't know. I just got ankle, hamstring, Achilles, hamstring, lower leg, ankle, neck. So we'll see. I'll give you the answers when I get the answers.
You obviously had a choice with John Michael as far as playing him or not. He was the only start he played. That obviously he didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play much in training camp. That's why he played. He needed it.
You were waiting for John Runyon to get back anyway to try to get your whole line on the field together. Now you're kind of.
Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe it's just we don't know what it is yet, so we'll see how it goes.
In the big picture, how important is it for you to make sure you get those guys as a group on the field at least once, right? You haven't had
haven't had them yet. Yeah, it'd be nice to.
What went into not playing? I don't think any of the draft picks. Some of the guys.
One, I think we've practiced the right way. We had 140 plus snaps of more team reps in pads than we did the year before. We had over 500 more team reps when you include OTAs and training camp than we did the year before. So in terms of the planning and the preparation, plus we practiced against two teams. So that was the reasoning, Dan.
What did you see from Tommy today?
Yeah, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. He's a competitor. Yep.
How like Cloyd do anything for himself with 16 tackles, or is that?
He was active. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of discussions we need to have tonight and over the next couple of days. We've had a bunch of them, but certainly when guys play well, you go ahead and you reevaluate and make sure you're doing the right thing. You know, again, whether that's the active roster, practice squad, all those decisions will be made.
Well, I know John Michael hadn't played a lot because of the shoulder, but why did you feel like he needed?
Because he's a lineman and he needs it. He needs it. You know, offensive linemen need to lean on people, need to pass block, they need to run block, they need to be in the trenches. And he's a second-year guy that, you know, we're counting on being a starter for us, and he hasn't been out there. So the guys that up front that have been out there, you know, they've had a lot of reps, and he needed to get them. Evan needed to get them. Guys that aren't out there need them. Availability is important.
In the past, you've kept two quarterbacks, but how much more likely would you be open to keeping a third, knowing that Drew's already banged up, right? Daniel does have an injury history. He's coming off a major injury.
Yeah, we've discussed that. We'll discuss it here over the next couple of days, and, you know, again, try to do what we think is best for the team.
Would you expect to keep three quarterbacks in this?
Yeah, I'd say roster decisions right now at 11 o'clock on Saturday night, whatever it is. We'll talk about that tomorrow as a staff, the next day, make our decisions. You know, we could release some people tomorrow. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
You're still up in the air about whether Tommy has earned a roster spot?
No, I have confidence in Tommy, but I'm not going to get into roster decisions right now, right after this game.
You have any sense with Drew? If Drew will have no limitations or some limitations?
Yeah, not right now. No.
Where were you at? You said some discussion about the roster. Like, how many spots were for grabs in your eyes tonight? Or like 10?
Yeah, no, I respect the question. I'm not going to get into, you know, particulars of roster or decisions or anything like that. These guys just played hard. The guys that played, I respect what they did. A lot of them competed, you know, 60 minutes. Some played a ton of plays, and you know, appreciate those guys' effort.
You mentioned the change in practice from a year ago.
Yeah.
Do you see any differences in your team based on practicing differently through training camp?
Yeah, I mean, time will tell. So I like where we're at. I think we have good toughness, mental and physical toughness. We still have a week left to go in training camp. I told those guys in there we're still focused on the New York Giants, and, you know, we'll have a bunch of good periods. We'll have another day in pads this upcoming week. What is it? Whatever it is, the first day back will only be the 53 guys because you can't have the practice squad guys out there, so that'll be geared down. But there'll be pads and there'll be competitive periods and still things we need to clean up. But, you know, I like the direction we're going.
With Evan Neal, this was obviously his first game action. What was your plan for him? Like, how much did you want to have him in the game?
Yeah, it was some 20 to 25 plays. He had 21, I believe.
So him coming out was more
He
time?
was already going to be out. It was 20 when I asked. He was at 21 plays, is what I was told. So he was right in that sweet spot of what we talked about leading into the game.
So it was more that than the ankle.
Yeah, he was out there before the ankle. I just had ankle on here, but he was going to be out regardless.